Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, December 20th. Just 5 more days till Christmas. Unbelievable how fast time is going. During this beautiful Advent season, we wait for the coming of the Lord. And in today's gospel, we heard the Annunciation. And of course, we're all very familiar with that. The angel Gabriel coming to Mary, and her yes, her fiat, her let it be, is what allowed the incarnation to happen, that she accepted Christ. And the same thing is true of you and I. I've said this many times. What good is it if Jesus was born 2,000 years ago if we don't allow him to be born in our hearts today? I came across a little saying on a poster. It said, each of us is an innkeeper who decides if there's room for Jesus. We're each an innkeeper. We're going to let Jesus in, or aren't we? And that may sound too simplistic, but it's not. Because many of us keep Jesus at a distance. Or we may talk about his name, but he's really not someone that we really allow in our hearts. He might be kind of like a fairy tale, like Santa Claus. Oh yeah, and Jesus and Mary and Joseph and all, well, not all wonderful. But this is the incarnation. This is about our God becoming a human being. This is really what Christmas is all about. It's a tough time of year. Yesterday in the scriptures we heard the story of Zachariah and Elizabeth. Giving, she gave birth to John the Baptist, but they were barren, and that was really something that was very shameful at the time. And even today, couples who carry that within them, they can't have children. There's just a sadness. There's a carrying of a burden in there. And I was thinking, many of us carry burdens, especially this time of year. Many of us get nostalgic. We think about Christmases of old, and mom and dad and grandmom and grandpa may be all gone now, and they're in their eternal reward. But we miss them. We miss some of the old traditions, and there may be a sadness there. There may be sickness in your own homes. Maybe you've lost a loved one this past year. I know our family did. My sister Sally. So we're all kind of carrying some of that inside ourselves. And maybe the message this week, as we get closer to Christmas, is to realize that everybody's carrying something. Henry David Thoreau, the poet said, and writer, he said that most men live lives of quiet desperation, just trying to make it through the day. And so if you come across someone who's, I think, especially angry or obnoxious, underneath that, they may be carrying a terrible burden that we don't know about. So pray for them. Pray for them. Let's, these last few days before Christmas, give each other the benefit of the doubt of what people are carrying. They have a sensitivity and a tenderness to what's going on inside the hearts of people, because a lot of people are carrying burdens, carrying all sorts of things that we can't even imagine. And also, I think we also need to be grateful. Grateful certainly for the gift of Jesus Christ, and grateful for the Christmas that God is giving us, even if it's not one that's perfect, if you will. And also to realize in so many parts of our world, there's so many wars going on, especially we can just mention the Middle East, just so many people being displaced. How many people are just, immigrants, migrants, just wandering around trying to find a place that's safe to stay. It's terrible when you think about this is happening all over the world. There's just so much unrest and so much chaos. So it does come down to something that's really simple. Our world needs a Savior. We do. And the good news of salvation is we have a Savior. His name is Jesus Christ. And he has come now, and he's coming into our hearts, and we got to open up our hearts more deeply to him. Let every heart prepare him room. So this Christmas, let's be mindful in the midst of all the activities and maybe all the emptiness some people are feeling and the heartaches people are feeling. Let's also enter into the fact that we open up our hearts more deeply to Christ. Is there room in the inn of your heart for Jesus? What's your friendship with Jesus Christ like? Jesus never forces. He knocks on the door of our hearts, but it's up to you and to me to open up our hearts more deeply to Jesus. And when we do, we experience Christmas. God bless you.